Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm filming my first story time on this channel for you guys. And it's actually kind of a sad and kind of annoying story that happened to me, and I do not wish this to happen to anyone else because I remember how awful this made me feel. And as you can see in the title, it is not clickbait, it is what the title says. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So my boyfriend and I used to actually work at this location. Let's start there. When I was 14 or 15, I worked at, I believe 15, I worked at this pizza restaurant, which is literally in my neighborhood. It was in my mom's neighborhood, so it was really close and within walking distance for me to work there at a young age. So I got this job at this pizza place, and it was actually a new friend that had got me the job. He had just moved into the neighborhood, and he actually went to a different school than the typical school that everyone in that neighborhood went to. So he didn't really know anyone in the neighborhood. And I remember when I was young and I would go to the park or go out, I would say hi to like other kids, and I was very outspoken and confident when I spoke to them. So I met him, and he was so nice. He was a cool guy. I think they were from Pakistan? I could be wrong. Maybe I think it was Pakistan. But he was so nice. He was such a good friend. He was great. But he worked there because the people who owned this pizza restaurant, it was like a family-owned business, they were family friends with this guy. So I remember him calling me up one night being like, hey, there's a job opening, we need a cashier, do you want to just come down with your resume and apply? And I'm like, sure. So I literally wanted the job so bad that I ran. I was with my friend and we ran to this pizza place with my resume. It wasn't even a proper interview. Like, I walked in, we stood there, the owner came out, we talked for like 10 minutes, not even. He basically just said what I'd be doing, and he's like, great, can you come in tomorrow for training? Literally overnight, like, can you come in after school for training? And I was so excited. I was like, yes, 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 I can. And like I said, because they were, I'm trying to word this in a way that's not terrible because I don't mean anything by it. It's just what happened, and it's the situation I was in. As I said, they were family owned and friends with the friend I had made. So they were all from the same place. I believe it's Pakistan. I could be wrong, but I want to say Pakistan. For the sake of this video, let's say Pakistan. And so they were all friends and family in there. I believe there was husbands and wives in there. There was cousins, there was friends, there was nephews, there was just everyone was like related or family friends somehow. So I ended up going to work there, and it was great for the first like month or two. I was like so pleased. I was making my own money. I was 14, 15, making my own money, and they worked around my school schedule. So I was really pleased with it. And then a few incidents happen, and I've heard other people say that some countries word things differently and mean no harm by it. But as a 15-year-old girl, I took it personal and I did take harm by it. I actually used to have really bad skin, and my skin still is nowhere close to perfect. I probably still am considered have bad skin, but I'm talking I had bad skin. I had to get laser done on my skin because it was so bad, and I can actually do another story time about that if you guys are interested in how I cleared up my acne. But I had laser done. That's how bad it was. But this was before I had laser, and my skin was terrible. And I remember they would always make comments about how my skin must be dirty because I have acne, or like just really rude comments like I have dirty skin or am not washing all the time as much as I need to, when literally I would wash and try every product I could for my acne. Like, my mom knows, my family knows, my friends know how much I struggled trying to clear it up, and I was clean. Like, I would wash my face so many times trying to get rid of the acne. So it was literally just something I dealt with and had to get laser to fix. It was called Isolase, but that's not the point. I had to get that to fix my skin afterwards because I remember that stuck with me, that a grown people in a professional business could comment on a young girl's skin and make them feel so terrible about themselves. Then it became kind of a thing, a constant thing, where they would always make comments and I would literally go home crying. I would be crying to my mum how I just don't want to work there, so I just didn't show up again. Then when I still lived at my mum's, I was probably 17 or maybe 18. I was walking to the mailbox, and actually one of the families, the husband and wife who works there, actually lives on my mum's street. So I was walking to the mailbox and they passed by, and the guy stopped and was like, "Oh, hi, oh my god, you've gained so much weight." And at this time I considered myself still slightly thin, but I wasn't fat by any means. If I can find a picture from that age, then I'll put it in the video somewhere. But I was not fat, I was just like growing. I was 17, not this 14 little twig anymore. I was 17, you know, you start to develop. And so he had commented on my weight. That made me so upset, but I just kind of brushed it off and was like, okay, this has happened before, they always do this. Years later, and I'm talking like I'm 23 now, turning 24 this year. So 21, I want to say. 21, I was big. Not as big as I am now, still big. My boyfriend and I were having a pizza night, pizza and wings, and we decided to go pick it up because, you know, we've ordered from before or got delivery, and it's so close that we would just go pick it up. Order online, drive and go pick it up. I went in and was polite, said hi. They said, "Hi, Lyndsey." We were all talking, and the woman said I was going to pay, and she was handing me, and she was like, and this is the woman who would always comment on my skin, and she was like, "Oh my god, you're so fat." That was her exact words. Not "you've gained so much weight." She said, as she was passing me the pizza and wings, she said, "Oh my god, you're so fat." And thinking back to that day, I wish I had not even paid for the food and just walked out. But you know, I was so shocked that someone could say that to someone, especially in a business environment. I was just so shocked. So I paid for the food, left, and I was quiet in the car, and I was just silent. My boyfriend was like, "What's wrong?" And I just stayed silent. I was really upset in the car. And we got home and I started crying because I kept thinking about it. I was really sad. I started crying, and he was like, "What's wrong? What happened?" And I explained that the woman in there called me fat. She said, "Oh my god, you're so fat." And he was like really annoyed. He was like, "Why did you not say something back? If I was in there, I would have said something." And I was like, because I was shocked. Like, you don't go into a business thinking someone's gonna say that. I was literally speechless. I had no idea what to say. I was shocked. So I started crying at home, and I'm like, what do I do? Like, do I send a complaint in, or do I just let it go? But I remember feeling so terrible about myself that I had ordered this food and didn't want to eat it. I felt like, oh my god, I've just wasted my money because I can't eat this now. Someone called me fat, and I decided like, oh, I can't eat this. Which is how people get illnesses, people get sick, it sticks with them forever. This saying, what she said to me, will forever stick with me and has made me so insecure that I cannot go back into I haven't gone back in. My boyfriend has ordered and I've left while he dealt with it. Like, I can't, it's stuck with me for life that I cannot I don't want to be face to face with her again because I don't want to feel the way I felt. And the more I sat there and didn't eat, my boyfriend was eating, I didn't eat. He kept telling me to eat. I didn't. I just was so upset. I cried for a little bit. And then, of course, you know, when you have a binge eating disorder, you get really upset and then you suddenly want to eat. So about an hour later, an hour and a half maybe, I finally finished crying and was like, you know what, I just want to eat. So I ate it. And I just remember how terrible I felt though while I ate. No matter what size you are, and please listen to this, because no matter what size you are, you should not feel guilty for eating. It doesn't matter what you're eating. You should not feel guilty or terrible for eating, because you have to eat to live. Sure, you're not eating the best thing for you, but you shouldn't feel terrible and guilty for eating. Nothing should make you feel that way. No one should make you feel like you can't eat in front of them or see them again because of your weight. And I thought, like, this is terrible. I feel terrible that she said this to me. So I ended up, and my boyfriend told me I should do this, I ended up emailing, I guess, their head office and explained the situation, that I am a former employee, and I mean, and I didn't mention the other things because I was like over that, but I mentioned them as a former employee, and that I went in, was talking to them, and most of them were nice and saying hi, but this one woman decided to tell me that I was fat, and they got back to me saying that they'll talk to them, and yeah, and I will assure you it won't happen again. But because it has happened once, I'm too insecure to go in and see that woman. So it's just one sentence, a few words can stick with you for life and make you feel so different about yourself and your confidence, because I don't have the confidence anymore to walk back into that restaurant and pick up food if I want to order food. So go ahead and share your story below if this has happened to you, anyone has called you fat, and then someone else go and comment something positive about that person. Pick someone's comment and make a positive comment, so that let's share the positivity in the comments. So yeah, so someone will leave a comment, someone leave a positive comment on anyone in the comments. Just find someone's story and say something nice about them, because I think we all deserve that, and I love seeing the really positive comments. I know there's 260 of us, 260 something, and I know that's a small number. There's a lot of people out there with thousands and thousands and thousands, but I can honestly say that the 260 people or 64 people that are subscribed to this channel are positive people. They're people who are not on here to give hate, because I've seen the comments in my videos. I've seen them. You guys are all so supportive and share your stories in the comments, and every single one of you that are subscribed is here to support me, and I would rather have a small number of actual supporters than thousands of people who are hating and throwing hate. So I'd like to think that we've started a pretty positive community in the comments on this channel, for the most part. So yeah, so it's really amazing that the people who are following this are so supportive, and yeah, so go ahead and leave your comment, your story below if this has happened to you, and then again, I will go through and leave a positive comment about someone, and you guys do the same. Find someone's story, say something nice about them, and let's keep the support and positivity going. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and listening to my story, and there'll be a lot more where that came from. If you guys enjoyed this for story time, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!